ESPN.
Hey, Joe, I'm just wondering if you can walk us through kind of your vantage points of maybe some of those fouls, kind of how that made you feel afterwards, just because it became such a kind of important part of this game, especially beyond the 3-point line.
Yeah, there were a couple of calls that obviously, pivotal moments of the game. It really doesn't do any good to, argue it, disagree with it, whatever. I mean, the call was made and you got to live with it. We got to be a little better defensively, especially, a couple of situations there where, Chris is obviously a great player, very smart. If you put your hand in there, he's going to try and draw foul, especially from the 3-point line.
Alex Schiffer with The Athletic.
Hey, Joe. Kevin said it seemed like every time you guys went on a run, they responded with it and put the game back out of reach for you guys. Just do you look at that as energy exerted to get to that point as to why they kept responding to runs, or was there something else there?
I mean, yeah, maybe. Their season is on the line, so you obviously play with a level of desperation and urgency, and it helps being at home too. You obviously have the crowd energy behind you. And so, every time that it seemed like momentum was starting to shift a little bit, they countered it and made some big plays.
Christian Winfield with the New York Daily News.
Hey, Joe, you obviously led the league in 3-point percentage in the regular season. So I'm just wondering if this cold stretch that you're going through, is it something that the Bucks are doing that's getting you, not necessarily rattled, but missing some of these looks, or is it you just not connecting on some of these shots?
It's probably a mix of both. They're definitely a very good defensive team and keyed in on personnel. I'm not really the type of player where I want to facilitate my own shot. So, they've done a good job taking stuff away. And, for the most part, just overall defensively, like they're very keyed in. They don't make a lot of mistakes. But at the end of the day, I go through worse stretches in the regular season. It just happens to be obviously, big games, big moments, but you have to continue to stay aggressive, continue to play with pace and shoot the ball with confidence whenever you have room and rhythm looks.
Tom Dowd with BrooklynNets.com.
Hey, Joe, Steve referenced that maybe you guys really didn't get into what you wanted to do offensively. Was there something you felt was missing on that end, or something they kind of kept you out of?
They're obviously, they have the entire series, but in particular today, it seemed like, that was a point of emphasis for them on both ends. Offensively, they're really trying to put their head down, get to the rim, and then defensively, just being physical, forcing guys into the paint. It took us out of our action a little bit. I thought that there were times though where we got some good offense that was being run, but for the most part, it was a little stagnant. Guys in the high quad, we got to do a better job creating space for him and moving off the ball.
Christos Saltas with Sport DNA in Greece.
Hello, Joe. How pivotal for you as a team is to start well the game 7 to set the tone from the first minute of the game, and what do you need to do to set the tone from the first minute?
It's all or nothing at this point. So this is obviously the biggest game of our season at this point in time. And, we're fortunate that we have home court, go back. We have great energy in the Barclays, unbelievable fans. So, it's extremely important to come out and start the game well.
Last question, Leonardo Torres with El Comercio in Peru.
Hi, Joe. It's Leonardo Torres from Peru. Hope you're well. Joe, what positives you can take away from tonight, and what do you think the team needs to be more consistent in order to win the Game 7?
Even though we didn't play particularly well, we still battled. We're competitive throughout. It was obviously just a run there at the end that kind of put it out of reach. But, we had an 82-77 and it seemed like things were kind of getting close to turning the corner. So I think, from that point of view, obviously a positive, but, going into game 7, I think focus, preparation, all the stuff that we've been doing up to this point has to remain the same because guys have been locked in and it's just been a competitive series. I mean, it's been a dogfight this entire time, and you can't let the emotional toll of losing this game affect how we play game 7. We got to come out with confidence and just let it rip.
Thanks, Joe. We appreciate it.
Thank you.